One of the benefits of Laravel Cloud is being able to spin up applications quickly. You connect your GitHub repository, and within a minute, you have a deployed application. But what if you wanted to automate that process? Instead of having to create a new deployment every time you create a new branch, what if you could make it happen effortlessly? Well, that's where preview environments come in. So here's how to use them, how to get them set up, and what you can do with them in less than 3 minutes. Let's say you have an application. Of course, you can automatically create a new environment based off a specific branch, but that branch already has to be created and deployed, and then you kind of spin that up. And then you don't necessarily get a replication of your environment that you're currently creating. You could replicate this and select a specific branch, but what if you wanted to automate that? Before I continue, it's helpful to know that the preview environments that I'm talking about are available for the growth and business plan customers. First, make sure you're at your application settings. So I'm in my environment of main right now, but if I go into my application, click on settings, I can see that we have preview environments because I am on the growth plan. You might see a warning like this if the necessary permissions to create these kind of automations aren't already hooked up within your GitHub connected account. We can go ahead and update those permissions for this account. Then we can create a new automation. We just have to give it an automation name that sets us apart from maybe other automations that you might have, and then a specific environment to replicate. Now here's where you can get really specific as to how these replications, these automations come into play. You can have new environments created based off of new pull requests, or maybe new branches. Maybe you can target a specific branch, or filtering branch names, maybe like the feature branch of each specific feature that you're wanting to add into your application. And then you can select specific options. You can replicate literally everything in that main environment or whatever environment you selected. For the most part, depending on what you're testing and how you're using these preview environments, having the database replicated can be a great first step. I don't have any object storage attached to this particular application, but that would be a great thing to replicate for this as well. And since I'm not storing any user information, I'm just going to actually use the same database when I replicate this. You can add custom environment variables, you can auto deploy on trigger, as well as creating custom deploy commands. Now that I have this automation set up, we should be able to see this in real time. We're going to create a new branch in my terminal, and then we're going to see that automation kick into action. Let's go ahead and make a quick change. This didn't quite work because I accidentally had left it on the new pull request instead of a new branch. I'm going to select new branch and we'll make that change again. New branch, quick change made. And then new branch should be pushed, which kicks off our automation. I have an error because this is an old application, but you can actually find a video here on the Laravel channel talking about the supported versions of Laravel and what to do when something like this happens. The neat part to see is that environment automatically created as soon as that branch was pushed. Now that I have those composer updates pushed as well, we should have that new environment automatically deployed with the same database, which in this case is just a collection of Pokemon. And this is now deployed, so we have that preview environment URL already ready to go. And we're in. This is that new branch edition v2. It's as simple as that. Being able to set up those automations in your GitHub repository to say anytime a new PR, maybe a new branch, or even a specific subset of branches are created, then you can automatically build out these preview environments replicating specific instances from any other environment you have. You automatically have this flexibility now to make applications the way that you and your team make applications.